Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, November 20th. Why am I struggling already? And in class today, we did some great work applying the skills we used yesterday in learning how to read poetry. So we started by looking at the poem Introduction to Poetry. I'm going to go to the next slide. And we read it together. And while we were reading, we practiced those skills related to how do we read poetry. We practiced those and we learned those yesterday, and you can check those notes out in the Dropbox. I'm going to go to my copy as it stands now. So here's my copy, and I made some notes, and you can see them over there. I'm going to click through them so you can kind of see them. I'm going to go quickly, but you can pause the video and capture those ideas on your own. This way you can see quickly, like this is the stanza of the poem that this note applies to. You can see the highlighting change. Here are all of my annotations. Students don't have to have those word for word. Those are just my notes from the conversations that I had with my 4th hour students about this poem. I'm going to go back to my poem or my slideshow. And the goal was just to be able to, in the end, to begin the process of analyzing the poem. And analyzing, as my students know, is talking about the parts of the poem, talking about literary elements or devices that are present. So in our annotation that we did there, we talked about a variety of devices that are present, like connotation, juxtaposition. We also spoke about elements like theme. We also spoke about the point of view. It's written from, the speaker is a teacher, and he is talking about his experience teaching poetry to his students and how that tends to go. After that, I asked my students to create a plan for writing about this poem. They're not going to write about it, but they're going to plan to write about it. So you can see this is the CER scaffold that I shared with my students. They made a copy of this and they started filling this in. Here are 3 or 4 sample ideas. These are not complete claims, but students could take one of these and decide to write about them. They want to write a simple, clear, and precise claim, and they're going to gather some evidence from the poem here, and then down here they'll do some reasoning and explain how this relates to that. So the goal is to create a plan to analyze the poem Introduction to Literature, and that plan should be in the classroom when they arrive tomorrow. It won't be a paper, but there'll be a simple, clear, and precise statement here. There'll be some evidence from the poem here, and then they'll have done some reasoning about how that evidence supports their idea here. That is it for today. I hope you have a great day, and tomorrow I look forward to reading those plans. Take care.